Hi everyone, and welcome to this introduction to the assessments and structure of BUS750, the Advanced Business Project. Just quickly, I'm going to run you through the learning outcomes. On successful completion of this course, you should be able to select a current business issue or applied business problem and formulate an appropriate research question and research aims. To do that, you're going to need to be able to plan, organise and manage your research project using appropriate methodologies, which will then lead you to be able to collect, analyse and interpret research data, which will then enable you to write and present a research report to an appropriate standard. So now I'm quickly going to go through the course structure and a brief outline of the assessments before we get into analysing the assessments themselves. So the structure of the course is the first 10 weeks are lectures. By week 2, I want you to have a topic area sorted, as at the beginning of that week your first assignment is due, Progress Report 1. 2 weeks after that, in week 4, you orally present your rough research outline and get feedback from everyone in the class. That's a 3-minute pitch. 2 weeks after that, your research proposal, your REA and your informed consent is due in. In week 8, Progress Report 2 is due in. From week 10, classes are over and you liaise with your supervisor. You should be aiming to collect data during the study break, which is just after week 10, which means you have to work hard to have approval to start data collection by week 10. Then in week 11, your last progress report is due. At the beginning of week 15, your research report is due. And then in week 16, at some point during exam weeks, your project supervisor and another supervisor will interview you on how your project went, what you learned, in a 15-minute viva voce examination. We don't know yet when your particular session will be, because until we have the exam timetable finalised, we won't know what clashes there may be. Next, we will examine the assessments themselves. There are 5 separate assessments on this course. The first assessment to come in will be your progress report. There are 3 progress reports and they are worth 33 1/3% each. Collectively, they will add up to 10% of the course. These are all required assessments and the dates that they are due are Monday the 2nd of March, Monday the 27th of April and Monday the 18th of May. The assignments are always due in this course on Monday morning at 8 AM and you submit your assignment and turn it in. Just a note, you need to ensure that your similarity score is 9% or less. You have to manage your assignment writing process so you upload it well before the deadline, so if there are any similarity problems you can amend, recheck and resubmit your assignment and turn it in before the deadline. If your assignment is higher than 9% with the similarity score, you'll be penalised whatever the face mark of that similarity score is. So it is something you have to manage, or you have to negotiate this with your supervisor before the assignment is submitted. The next assignment that is due is your research proposal oral, or the oral pitch. Your script, if you have one, needs to be in to turn it in by 8 AM on Monday the 16th of March. Then the oral presentations themselves take place in class from 8 AM on Tuesday and Thursday of that week. We will draw lots in class for the presentation order for who goes first. Everyone needs to be in the classroom 15 minutes before our normal class start time. Marlborough, that's okay, we know you guys often can't get in early. Just be there as soon as you can be. However, be seated and ready to start when the first presentation begins on the hour. This is only a very short presentation, it's only a 3-minute pitch and you'll see all the details in the course outline. We're also expecting to get a lot of suggestions and feedback from the other students in the class, which will help everybody refine their methodology and their ideas. The oral presentation of your research proposal is worth 5%. The next assessment is the research proposal itself. This is worth 15% and it's due in to turn it in at 8 AM on Monday, the 30th of March. As well as uploading your research proposal, you also need to upload and submit your research ethics application, or the REA, and your informed consent form. Your REA is what you will have prepared following our in-class workshop. The REA and the informed consent form both go to the Research and Ethics Committee for overview before you're able to start your primary research collection. Use the exemplars and the videos online under 2 Research Proposal Ethics to make sure you get this right. Be aware it might take several weeks to get your project approved, so you need to factor in lots of time while you're waiting for literature review, for writing approval forms, for building data collection tools, for refining your methodology and starting your research report. You need to aim to start your data collection around week 10, but that doesn't mean you can't work harder and faster to get approval earlier. This delay also doesn't mean you get a holiday. It means you start gathering academic literature and preparing your final report straight away. The next assessment that is due is your research report. This is worth 55% and this is due at 8 AM on Monday the 15th of June at 8 AM. You must get over 40% in this assessment to pass the course, and all projects, unless in exceptional circumstances, must be primary research projects. The last assessment is your oral examination, your viva voce. You don't need to submit any materials for this assessment, but you do need to prepare. You will want to have reflected on what went well, what didn't go well and how you could improve, how well you answered your research question, and what you've learned from the process. There is a tab on Moodle about this for Viva Voce. Your Viva is worth 15% of your course mark and takes the format of a 15-minute interview with both your project supervisor and another supervisor. This will be scheduled for a mutually agreed time in exam week once we find out what the exam schedules actually are. And that completes the assessment dates for this semester. See your course outline, course calendar and the BUS750 help page for more information.